Good evening and welcome to Weather Fans Live. Yes, that's right. Good evening, welcome to Weather Fans Live here on Sunday, the 2nd of November, 2025. I hope you're all well on this fine Sunday evening. And it's not just me. Can you see? No. Stormy is just there. Covering. She is just there beside me. I'll turn the webcam off a bit later on, but just me and the cat tonight at the moment. I hope you're all well this evening. It's going to be a bit of a quiet one tonight. It's not too much going out there for us weather-wise this coming week. We'll have a look at the chart in just a few moments, but very possibility it could be just quite a short live tonight, if I'm honest with you. But I'll pop ahead in the chat and just see who is with us right now. So the first person this evening is Laura. So good evening to you. Hope you're all doing well. Good evening to Chris A. Thank you for joining us on this, we'll say, quieter Weather Fans Live. Good evening to Anne Smith, who is with us as well this evening. And hello to our mod, Paul James. Good evening to you, my friend. And also, hello to our Rachel. Okay, Rachel, hope you're all right this evening. Excuse me. Good evening to Suit. Hope you're well, my friend. Good evening to Audio Coffee. And also, good evening to our Steffi. Good evening, lots of fireworks going off here. It's been quite quiet in this area, actually, for fireworks tonight. I think Drayton had their fireworks display this evening. I didn't see them personally. Just not quite what I could see them from the bedroom window from here. And Audio has confessed she's finally ditched the bamboo cooling blanket and switched to the polar fleece. Who's had the heating on so far this winter? This autumn. I think ours went on a couple of mornings ago, actually, for a few hours. That's the first time it's been on since the spring. Just going down the comments. Who else is with us this evening? And down the bottom of the chat, so you're wearing yellow. Unlike your age. Do you think you like yellow? So yeah, so it seems like it's going to be a bit of a quiet one this evening. Not too much happening out there. We'll have a look at the charts, see what they're showing for the next couple of weeks. We'll have a look at our usual ECMWF weekly anomaly charts. But there's nothing going after the devastation that Melissa caused. As mentioned last week, she's now transformed into a typical mid-latitude low, which is just to our northwest. And nothing else is expected to develop in the Atlantic. So I said, we'll just do. I would show you the October stats, but I've checked them this evening. They're not going to be knocked down at the moment, so they probably won't come down till tomorrow. So we'll try and show that next Sunday evening. Who else we got? Good evening to our mod James. In Mark, luckily we don't get any folks here. Folks of living rule, as I hate them. Yeah, it's not. I don't mind fireworks, but it's just the loud ones. I feel so for the animals, the cats, the dogs, or well, all kinds of animals, really. The kitten here is not too fussed. Let me just take off the background a second so you can see our Stormy. So the cat's not a fan of the fireworks. Let's just take her off there so you can all see her. There she is. lying right beside me. Yeah, baby. There she is. Being all cute. So the weather's quiet, and so Stormy's quiet as well, isn't you? Going away. So there's Stormy. Let's go back to the comments. Jumped up quite high, actually. Sue said he's been putting his heat on a half-hour boost. It's been very cold in the house. Quite lucky, I think it's a new build here. Fairly new build. It's about 5 or 6 years old, this house now. And in between, got the house either side of us. It's quite a lot of heating, really. Anne said she's got the heating on for a few minutes in the bedroom before going to bed, and a couple of days in the morning just to chill off the sitting room. Was it Thursday morning? I think we had a bit of a chill. I think it was a bit of a cool start, wasn't it? Thursday morning. Paul James had a lot of fireworks last 2 evenings. Yes, knowing when they keep going off to about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Thankfully, fingers crossed, it's not really happened here. But I was a bit asleep. That Lois cancelled my boat for tomorrow. Oh, it was choppy out there tomorrow. Hope you must get back at some point and have a safe journey back. Oh, that's not very nice. So last night was chaotic for me. Had people break into the park and setting off big fireworks near the wildlife. What's wrong with some people? Yay, my furry friend. Nobody loves Stormy. Yeah. Oh, Stormy with a little face of innocence. Yep. She's been fairly all right today, but it's when you try and do things, she just wants to be under your feet. Like, get out of the way. Oh, a lot of people saying hello to you, Stormy. Just going to any comments. Hold your coffee. Halloween was more fun. Someone adult occupying some children dressed as a giant hamster. Oh, and there's some, I think some youngsters around here actually dressed up as Teletubbies, all 4 of them, which apparently was a sight to see. There was reports on our community chat saying someone was dressed up as a shark. Laura saying she goes back on Wednesday, so hopefully have a safe trip back home. Right, then about the chats. Just give me a second. It's going to take a look at the facts charts. Let's have a look at the charts by looking at the facts chart. Let's bring that up. There we go. Let's tap myself off the screen there. Full screen. So here's the latest facts charts from the Met Office. So we're on a bit of a ridge this evening. Well, we're in the southwesterly flow, and if you follow the ice bars back, we've got plenty of weather fronts out in the Atlantic looking to come our way as we head through till tomorrow. A few weather fronts up towards the north. Should see some brighter spells towards the south there. So we're in this very mild southwesterly flow. Track the isobars right back, and they're coming all the way from the Azores in the Atlantic. So these will be keeping our temperatures up for the next at least few days anyway. As we head through into Tuesday, got weather fronts out towards the west. We've got high pressure out towards the Central Europe there. Could keep things perhaps a little bit dry towards the southeast, but these weather fronts are never too far away, given spells of rain or showers. Then plenty of weather fronts around during Wednesday. Again, spells of rain or showers for many areas. As we head into Thursday as well. So we've got weather fronts sat towards the east and one towards the west. And there could be a slice of perhaps drier weather in between these two. But going back, there's a very deep area of low pressure coming out of Newfoundland in Canada. So how deep was that low there? So looks like that's going through an explosive cyclogenesis actually through Tuesday. So seeing that there towards the edge of the screen there. And as it passes through the jet stream, it happens very deeply to quite some storm. Is that down to a 947 possible there as we head into Wednesday? As we head into Thursday, that seems to be heading its way up to Greenland. So at this stage, it's not like it's going to be heading our way. But let's have a look at the... First, let's have a look at the UKV actually for the rain for the next few days. So we've got some rain up towards the north of Scotland. Elsewhere is a lot drier. And through the night, we expect to see a band of rain moving in from the west, crossing the country, quite heavy over towards western hills. And quite a lot of heavy showers coming through Scotland in the start of Monday. Elsewhere is looking more showery. And the showers seems to be easing during the day further south, maintaining themselves through Scotland through the day on Monday. So still a bit showery up towards northwest of England, through parts of Wales, maybe the South Midlands there through Monday. And there's a spell of rain or showers coming through Wales on Monday evening time through northwest England. Some of these showers could be on the heavy side, including through the night. Got this narrow band coming up there through Tuesday. I'll have to look at the cable analytic for this. Some of this could be heavy and thundery. Going through Tuesday morning, we've still got perhaps some showers there for northwest England, through the far coast into Cumbria. We've still got this heavy rain towards the southwest. That seems to slowly progress towards the northeast through the Wash during Tuesday, before eventually spreading across the country through Tuesday night into Wednesday. A few showers falling behind. Wednesday is looking drier for a time before another perhaps band of shower rain comes up from the southwest. But this is more confined perhaps to western areas going up through the Irish Sea. A few showers there showing there for Wednesday evening. And going through to Thursday, some showers moving up from the south there, perhaps potential there for Thursday, through into Scotland. Looking mostly dry for many areas on Thursday, apart from some western areas, before the next band of rain or showers comes up from the southwest during Friday. So these are showing quite a lot of heavy bursts coming through the start of this week. Maybe the rainfall totals needs to be watched. Especially some of these downpours. I'm not aware of any Met Office warning. I'm just checking now. So no, there's no ones out from the Met Office. So don't rule out for potentially of some yellow ray warnings out for the next few days. In the next few days coming up for that. Right, let's go from here. Let's have a look at the latest GFS 12Z run for the next couple of weeks. So let's look at the sea level pressure. So out here towards the west is what's left of Melissa, transformed into a mid-latitude low. That's making its way up towards Iceland. We're in that southwesterly flow. There's that deep area of low pressure forming out towards Newfoundland, which I mentioned. So it looks like through it's Tuesday morning, it crosses the jet stream and rapidly goes through an explosive cyclogenesis and see literally the isobars pop out of that. That's perhaps showing like perhaps around about a 952 roughly. But during this time, we'll get an area of low pressure coming up from the southwest. Tuesday night into Wednesday. We're still in that mild southwesterly southerly flow through midweek. Low pressure sends that towards the west. It looks like through next Saturday, it looks like a ridge moves up from the south, turning things drier. What happens then? Low pressure starts to move back in from the Atlantic. Still a few little lows that don't bone around each other before eventually bigger circulation forms just to our southwest. But what this model does, it sends that low towards Iberia. We'll start dragging in a northeasterly flow. Got high pressure set out towards Iceland. So high pressure out towards the northwest, low pressure down towards the south. We're bringing in this northeasterly wind. We'll have a look how cold the air temperatures are. Another low that actually seems to develop from France up to the Low Countries. And that low sits out to the North Sea. So maintaining that northeasterly flow as we head into days 12 and 13. Still got high pressure out towards the west, so we'll still maintain that northeasterly flow. Eventually, the high pressure starts to topple up from the north and slowly progresses up towards Scandi. And by then, we're still in that northeasterly flow, but drier towards the north and perhaps wetter towards the south on this run. And that high continues to progress over towards Scandi and a bit of a cold as we head into days 16 and 17. The upper air temperatures for this run. So today we're maintaining that milder weather. So that's what's left of Melissa. So she's dragging up much milder air up through Monday to Tuesday. I'm starting to pick up a bit of a southerly there, so still maintaining that mild airflow. With 4 5, we'll see some cooler air moving in through Thursday. For a brief little bit of warming again for slight cooling, and again rinse repeat. Then it's going into days 10, where we see that low start to sink towards the south, heading back towards Iberia, and our winds change to a northeasterly. We've got the 0 degree isotherm across the country, and the -5 degree isotherm just getting very close to the northwest of Scotland through this time period. So I'm not seeing anything significantly cold through this northeasterly. So we're definitely looking cool, but not cold through that. What does that do to the temperatures through this time period? So let's go through today, because virtually today is finished with. So even tomorrow morning, as you're waking up, temperatures are already around about 12, 13 degrees, which is not too bad for the first few days of November. Then Monday itself, temperatures wildly into double figures, perhaps reaching maybe 17, maybe squeeze out an 18 somewhere towards the southeast. As we head into Tuesday, again, temperatures wildly into double figures. Again, could reach 16, 17 degrees in some areas. And Wednesday, still widely, again, very similar temperatures, double figures. Again, 15, 16 degrees possible. And begin to see with that warm air towards the near continent, 23, 24 degrees, and towards France, which is quite unusual. I would say quite unusual, really, for the start of November. Obviously, now we're in a much cooler phase. Then heading into Thursday, we start to see some of that cooler air move in, so temperatures down just into double figures, perhaps topping, maybe still squeeze out 15 towards the far east, but mostly around about 12, 13 degrees. Then next Friday, temperatures looking around about 5 to 10 degrees towards Scotland, and perhaps from around about 11 to 15 towards England and Wales. And temperatures are dropping by a couple of degree or two as we head through to next weekend. Then I think it's around about here where we start to pick up that northeasterly flow. So days 8, 9, temperatures just about getting to double figures for many areas. And days 9 and 10, temperatures around about 7 through to 11 degrees. Wednesday, it's turning much colder towards Scotland. Temperatures just about above freezing, actually. Scottish Highlands will be around about freezing, or just Scotland around about 5 degrees. Northern England around about 5 to 9 degrees. Just about keep on to the mild air towards the south, where temperatures get to maybe up to 13 degrees. And as we head into days 11 and 12, temperatures widely between 3 to 8 degrees. So temperatures are dropping as we head through into next week. We're looking at perhaps about 8-degree tops, which is where getting quite close to where it should be for this time of year right now. We should be around about 11, 12 degrees now. And coming in today is 12 and 13. Again, temperatures around about between 3 degrees up in Scotland, around about 8 degrees towards the south. And finally, days 13 and 14, we'll look around about the same again, perhaps getting to the dizzy heights of 11 or 12 as we head into days 14. Just going to put my head back into the chat just to see what's going on. Let's just bring my little head back into the screen now. Hello. Just get back to what I got to on the chat. Where's the ex-tropical storm Melissa? That's just to our, well, you've just seen on the charts there, just to our northwest and up towards Iceland. That's why we're getting these warm winds up, to be honest, why temperature widely into double figures. Where Rachel is down towards the far southwest, 3.5 to 3.8 meter waves, height, and 45 mile per hour gusts forecast for tomorrow. I said that. Chris A saying it's been a good year for fruit on the trees. I think that's down to all that lovely sunshine we've had. Yeah. Regards of Melissa, top gusts of 252 miles per hour is insane. Yeah. I think that's easily in the F5 kind of wind speed you'll get in a tornado. But I think Melissa got to 185 miles per hour sustained winds. I think I read from one of the storm chasers that with 185 mile per hour wind, it's almost like having a 15-mile wide tornado coming through. All that wind going around the eye of the storm. Such a shame for Jamaica. Absolute shame. Just thankful there's not as many deaths as I thought could happen, but still, our thoughts go out to those that have been affected from that hurricane across the Caribbean. Yeah, I agree with that. Not often you hear a hurricane aircraft turn around due to the turbulence. Hurricane Melissa was completely something else. Yeah, it's scary having 100 mile per hour winds. I can't imagine 198 would be like being a tornado. Yeah, it's just incredible power from that hurricane. Good evening to Send It. Hi all, ECM Wanted Desire. Is that the 12? Is that the 12Z of ECM? Yeah, that's really warm for November, definitely. Let's read the chat. The amount of lightning around the eye of Melissa as it hit land was amazing. A sign of strengthening. Yeah. Question is after Melissa, is there any more going to form, or is that it for hurricane season? Because we're in the last few weeks of the official hurricane season, which ends on the 30th of November. Yeah, ECM's 12Z. We'll take a look at that in just a few moments. I thought the steam throws for there for a second. Sorry, I was just going through the comments there. I could see you was chatting amongst yourselves there. Suit, I'm off now. Got dinner. See you all soon. Take care, Suit. Thank you for coming in this evening. Enjoy your food, whatever you're having. Right. Let's go over to the ECMWF because that was the next uh, port of call. So let's watch me for the next 5 minutes getting all of these banners coming up on the screen. So let's take myself off there and take a look at this 12Z ECMWF run. So the remnants of Hurricane Melissa head up towards Iceland as we head through Monday. We're still in that warm southwesterly flow. You can sod off. Got higher pressure towards the southeast. Lower pressure towards the northwest. Maintain this southwesterly flow, bringing spells of rain or showers through. Got a low coming up from the southwest. I'll have to find another place to find these ECMWF charts because these ads are really getting annoying. You're right there, Stormy. I'm a bit of a stretch on my leg. So, yeah, also that's showing that deep low coming out of Newfoundland through into Wednesday as well. Still got that southerly flow through into Wednesday, keeping that mild air in place. Low pressure towards the west still gives a spell of rain or showers across the country. Starts to lose some of that southerly flow, but we're back into that southwesterly. Let's head into Friday. Another banner pops up, which can bugger off again. Still got high pressure out towards Central Europe. Low pressure still out towards our west. Still maintaining that southwesterly flow. So many settled for us across the country. Again, still got that ridge building up there for Saturday. So plenty of high pressure out towards Central Europe through this time period. Low pressure towards the southern tip of Greenland. Again, coming into Sunday, we've still got that southwesterly flow. So we're looking at perhaps a dry start to the week, Monday, the 10th of November. High pressure over Central Europe. Again, still bringing that southwesterly flow up. Bringing in a lot of cloud, actually. Any breaks that do occur, temperatures could be getting to around about the mid-teens. And here we are on Tuesday the 11th. We're under high pressure from Europe. So again, got that southeasterly flow. Low pressure out towards the west. We've got high pressure of Greenland. Does that come of anything? With this high pressure in charge, we're going to see perhaps more inversion again that we had a few weeks ago. So we have that warm air aloft. But as we head into Tuesday, 11th of November, we've got heights rising from Greenland through the UK. So the winds, perhaps coming from a northeasterly, potentially there, dragging in a lot of cloud off the North Sea. Where do we go from here? Well, where we go from here, we've got low pressure coming down through Norway. So let's go back, actually. So there's no sign of that low pressure there. It's not until we get through into Wednesday, we'll see an area of low pressure developing over the Norwegian Sea. And that starts to move down the North Sea as we head through Wednesday. So that starts to change the winds from Scotland to a north to northeasterly. And went a bit of a background actually with this. We've got high pressure towards the northwest, high pressure down towards the southeast. We've got low pressure towards northeast and low pressure towards the southwest. So a bit of a cold there between these highs and lows through into Thursday. And what happens from here? Got that low pressure moving towards Normandy. We start to pick up a bit of an easterly there through into Friday, the 14th. And we start to turn the winds into a northeasterly. And looks like there's cold air perhaps waiting out towards Norway. So that's a bit of an interesting one on that. We've still got high pressure out towards the far northwest, over towards Greenland. That's helping to bring us into this north to northeasterly flow. If this was middle of winter, we could be looking at a bit of a snow event towards the south coast there. And still heading towards Saturday, the 15th of November, we're in this north to northeasterly airflow. Looks like there could be some cool air aloft. Is this going to be the 8? I wonder if I can have a look at the 850 temperature in just a moment. So I'll definitely be bringing a lot of cool air down. And 16th of November, still in that slack northeasterly to northerly flow. And finally, Monday the 17th of November, we're looking quite slack, but are we under cooled air at this point? So 850. Just going to show me the temperature deviations. Let's have a look. That's what I'm looking for, the 850. Right, let's try again. On this, and have a look at the air aloft. So let's get through towards the back end of this week, where now it's going to be looking very mild across all areas. Let's get through to the middle of next. Sorry, what that is. There we are, 6th of November. So plenty of warm air around through this week. So I don't really have to worry about any frosts at all. It's through back end of next week where we'll start seeing the winds change direction. So even going to next Saturday and Sunday, we're still under mild air. And it's when we go through into days 10 and 11, start to see that low developing towards the Norwegian Sea. And that slips down the North Sea, introducing that colder air. We've got the -5-degree isotherm starts to come into Scotland as we're heading to Thursday, the 13th of November. And we've got that low scooting across towards southern counties of England. -5-degree isotherm through central Scotland at this point. So still mild towards the south, cooler towards the north. Eventually that low goes into Central Europe. By the time we get to the end of Friday, we're all under the 0-degree isotherm. So we're looking definitely at chillier nights under the clear skies. The -5-degree isotherm through Scotland through this point. Could this be our first proper late autumn chill of the season? So temperatures still looking cool actually through this into Sunday the 16th of November. That -5 degree isotherm sat through Scotland. So that's an interesting one. Let's go back again to around about the 30th of November. Have a look at the precipitation. So as that low through southern counties, there could be some heavier bursts through there. Then does it turn drier? Because if it doesn't, then some of these shells will start to turn wintry, especially over the hills. So it's looking mainly dry there for obviously in the unreliable time frame through much of the country there on Saturday the 15th. Maybe some showers for some coastal areas. If that was to come off, some of these showers could be turned wintry over higher ground through northern England as we head into Monday the 17th. Obviously, we're looking at the fancy land of the time frame. Again, so looks like it's showing signs of that cold spell. Let's have a look at the 2-meter temperatures. Will that be showing? Well, let me have a look at the United Kingdom through this point. Yes, it will. So let's have a look at those. Let's have a look at the temperatures day by day this week. So again, we're looking at about 14, 15, 16 degrees this week. Again, ECM showing there up to 15, 16, possible 17 degrees through Wednesday. Again, looking very mild there for Thursday, the 6th of November. Temperatures easing into the teens. Then Friday, it's looking perhaps a few degrees lower. Some of that cooler air coming off the Atlantic. And as we're heading through next Saturday, temperatures getting around about, we're back to average again. We're losing that much milder air. You okay there, Stormy? Literally curled up beside me now. Got a head upside down. Monday the... What has that got to? Don't freeze on me. Monday the 10th of November, again, temperatures just into double figures for much of England and Wales, single figures elsewhere. And this is where we start seeing that colder air coming down, that low pressure coming down the North Sea. So temperatures on Wednesday, the 12th of November, seeing that cooler air moving down. So temperatures below freezing actually there for parts of the Highlands there, about -1, -2. Elsewhere, around about 3 to 8 degrees. That mild air just holding on towards the south there, 10 degrees possible. Thursday, the 13th, we'll start seeing that low pressure head off towards Europe. Temperatures just off the coast there into double figures, but elsewhere we're looking around about 0 to 8 degrees. And Friday the 14th, widely we're looking between around about -1, -2 over the Scottish hills down to about, Scottish mountains down to about 6, 7 degrees towards the south. And Saturday, the 15th of November is looking much colder, widely below freezing across much of Scotland, and perhaps into northern England as well. Temperatures barely a few degrees above freezing, so some of these showers, if there is any showers out there, could turn quite wintry. These are the top temperatures for Saturday, the 15th of November. Maybe get down to about 5 or 6 degrees along the south coast. So if any showers do form, they could be quite wintry, widespread. So these are daytime highs showing there for Saturday, the 15th of November of about 2 or 3 degrees. And the 16th of November. Let's make sure that. I think what's happening here actually, it's getting dark already. I think looking at the 6 o'clock, obviously temperature already dropping. So let's have a look at the 12. So temperatures are still struggling to get much above freezing, perhaps 6 or 7 degrees, perhaps down towards the southeast. So definitely looking at a much colder period of weather potential showing there for the ECMWF12Z. So Sandy was right about the weather turning much cooler with this run. That would be nice if that was to come off, but it looks like as we head towards the end of this run, more areas trying to move up from the southwest. So that's a very interesting one of the ECMWF12Z. I'm just going to head back into the chat. Oops. Oh, my chat just jumped, so just go back down again. Been very busy on the chat while I've been blabbing away. Yeah. Send it. Yeah, I was getting called Mr. Meg in the comments. I have no idea who that is. Good Lord. It must be the Shauna Rage then. Mystic Meg. Mystic Meg was like a fortune teller, which was quite a lot around during the, say, mid to late 90s. Snow and storms miss this area. I can feel it sticking. I can feel it sticking 2 fingers up as it veers away. Let's all pray for the weather gods to bring a major snowstorm for Paul's area and that lasts until February. You never know. It could be the year. It could be the year. Let's threaten to sacrifice Michael Fisher on Pendle Hill to the weather gods. You know, I think it's about time I've had a decent winter because it just seems like we've just not had a proper winter for a while. Not had a proper snowfall for here for quite a while. Mr. Meg and their twin Septi Peg. Good old Brian Connolly. Yes, she did. She did stuff for the newspaper, the Sun newspaper too. She used to do the horoscopes, didn't she, in the Sun newspaper back in the day? Oh, Stormy. Just come off the. Let's come off here. Let's just bring Stormy back on because she's been an absolute Where is she? There she is. Still hasn't moved. Literally curled up. Her head's actually in my leg. Just sit up. You can actually see it. Oh. Absolutely curled up on the next to my leg there. There we go. Cute. She's like a small furry croissant. No, if I tried to eat her, I would just spit out fur all now, wouldn't I? Where are we now? Blimey, is it 5 to 9 already? This time yesterday it was still 8:30. Right, let's have a look. One last chart for tonight, which is our usual look at the ECMWF weekly anomaly charts. I need to share the screen so you can see it. Oops, that's the wrong button. All right, there we go. So, the last chart we're going to look at tonight before we head off is the ECMWF weekly anomaly charts. So we've got that deep area of low pressure towards northwest. We've got high pressure across Europe with that maintain that southwesterly flow through between now and the 10th of November. Then the 10th of November through to the 17th of November is showing higher pressure up towards the northwest. And not too much being signalled elsewhere, perhaps low pressure down towards the south. So NISP could bring down a northeasterly there, which was shown actually on that ECMWF run. Then 17th November towards the 24th of November, we are bringing in perhaps a southeasterly flow, so we could start picking up air from the continent or the Atlantic. And there's not much really clear signal there through the 24th of November through to the 1st. We've got high pressure towards the south. So again, we could be bringing the air up from the Atlantic there. Then the first week of December, high pressure around Iceland, low pressure towards the east of Scandi. So maybe we could pick up about another northeasterly there. 8th of December through to the 15th. We've got high pressure towards northwest. Again, we could be looking at a bit of another northeasterly there through this time period. Precipitation for the same run with low pressure out towards the west. We're looking at a much wetter than average for this time period. 10th of November through to 17th, we're looking at wetter towards the east and southeast of England, looking slightly dry towards northwest of Scotland. Then the 17th of November through to the 24th, we're looking around about average across the board. And same again for the 24th to the 1st of December. The first week of December, we're looking around about average, as well as the second week of December. And finally, the 2-meter temperatures. It's no surprise with that mild southwesterly flow, we're looking at much above average there. So we're looking at about 3 to 6 degrees above average through this coming week. Then the 10th to the 17th of November, we're looking around about average, as well as the 17th to the 24th, the 24th to the 1st. Well, for the rest of this run, really, we're looking above average. Oops. There we go. Chat's gone quiet. There we go. I don't mind if it's mild right now, as long as it's cold in December. Do you know what I'd love to see? I've said before, just love to see a bit of snow this year. We've bad here for the last 2-3 years here. Had any snow, perhaps lasted for a few hours and it's gone again. But that's even like even light dusting, if we've been lucky. December to remember, please. All I want. That was one heck of a cold December. I'm really in the need for hard, frosty weather for pure heck of it. Yeah, I think kind of ready for winter now. Halloween's out, come and gone. And we've just got that long running now through to Christmas in about, 7 weeks' time? Right, I think I'm going to end the live stream there. Thank you all for watching tonight. I've got Storm with 2 legs over a face like that as I speak. Bless the little fairy socks. Hello. Let me turn that off there. So you can see it one more time before we go. There she is. You okay, Stormy? Hey. Oh, that's a big yawn. Oh, Stormy. Oh, you soft puss. So, yeah, we're going to end the live stream there. Thank you to our mods, Paul, James, and James, for giving Iron Proceedings. Let's go through the last bit of comments. So, yeah, thank you all for joining us tonight. Next week, we'll have the October stats. They should be done tomorrow. So you probably hear about them, perhaps in the press, about how October went. Good night to Audio Coffee. Everyone saying good night to you. Good night to Send It. Good night to Anne Smith. Stormy is too cute. Yeah, she's all right when she's not under your feet, believe me. Good night to Audio Coffee and anyone else. Rachel, that's here, and Laura as well. And also, apologies if I missed anybody out there. Thank you all for watching. Let's end it right there. And as Steffi said, it's time to add those credits. So thank you all for watching. We shall see you. Oh, they ran the wrong intro then. See you all next week at 8 p.m. Take care. Good night and goodbye.